sun in your eyes, and when you stand in the shade, you have this incredible, beautiful street view, and the two buildings left and right. You know, this one, the red beams pushing a lot into the street, if you notice. Same with the other one here, 161 number, pushing into the street also. But they've been like this for 400, 500, or 600 years, so I guess that's why. The good news is we have main street like 20 years ago, you wouldn't see any of this because most of these old afternoon houses have been covered with plaster, and that had been a thing that was made mandatory in the old times. You know, all these wooden structures in the cities with firehouses, and one fire started here, and the city was destroyed in 2 days' time. So a lot of times they made two rules. The first one was going to be no more overhanging. You know, these are overhanging parts, not so much, but the one on the right does. The next few buildings over there also try to get a little more space for the upper parts. It's limited space on the ground, whether it's walled in the city or not. They don't have a lot of space, and you build higher, and you try to get more space in the upper parts. Of course, when you have a narrow street, this is wide as a street in medieval times. When it's narrower than this and you have 5 or 6 stories, you can shake hands across the street with your neighbors on the top, okay? But same with the fire, jumping from one to the other.
Yeah, that's a bad
So no more overhanging is what we decided, and that would be in the 1530s. So any of these buildings that you see that are after or before 1530, you know that. The other ones that are flat, like this one, would be after the change of the rule. And then there was a later rule that was going to be that no more wooden structures to be built, only stone or bricks. But the 3 existing ones remained and were all covered with stuff and everything. So 20 years ago, in the past 20 years, they've taken all of this away and repainted. So they look beautiful. Watch this little train go by. Their way. Or in our view. As you can see, that one has overhanging from prior. Shopping street, obviously, food store. This one, for example, from Spain, you can find it all in the countries. I don't think that everybody's starving right now after a big lunch, but just in case, we have a lot of chocolate stores, macaroons. But if you want a Big Mac, this is where you have it. With the stained glass windows and everything. So inside, you can do what you want. The structure itself has to be preserved the way it is.
Whenever William the Conqueror, yeah, they shot King Harold through the eye with an arrow, and that's how he died, and that's how the French took over the Normans.
That was it,
Watch
right?
these
Yeah.
posts in the street.
Hastings, yeah. They fired the arrows up in the air, and Harold looked up and one went through his eye. And he was
Got
the,
him.
He was the Anglo-Saxon king, and after that was the Normans.
Did not know that.
We're going to have to get across the street. I think most of the group is here. Let's go forward. Pedestrians have the right of way. Just need to make sure I come back to the right way.
Oh, the street of the big clock.
Yes.
Rue de Grosse Horloge.
Yeah, the street of the big clock. And the clock right here. Pretty big in it and pretty old. It's actually the second oldest in the whole country of France. And you see it's on this side as well as the other side. except it tells you more than that. It tells you three things. So besides the time of the day, it tells you what day of the week it is. If you notice the big black circle is a wheel and it turns, and only the bottom part is open, and it shows a different picture every day. 7 pictures, 7 days. The days in French or Latin are named after the Roman gods. It does not work with English because you guys have too many Viking gods in your days. Today is Friday. That's Freya's day. But in French, it's Vendredi for Venus. Okay, like Saturday for Saturn, and so forth. So if you know enough your mythology, your gods, then you know what day it is. So the time, the day of the week, but also the face of the moon. And that part is actually not working. It's the top part, which is almost entirely black, just a little crescent on the left side. It should be turning every day a little bit and show the different phases of the moon, which of course to us is not very important anymore, but in the old times was for these people. It's been out of working for over 10 years now. Supposed to represent the sun in the middle, exactly. The sun and the moon. But actually the clock is older than the arch that it's standing on, because it would be another arch and it would be one of the entrance gates into the walled city, and the arch was redecorated later in the 1500s, more Renaissance in style. And there was a fountain on the right here, which is gone now. So before we go through and we see it from the other side also, let's take a little detour through Massacre Street. Do you trust me? It's okay. Massacre Street? You good? What is the clock? So the clock is the 1400s. So it's before the arch is standing on. Yeah, 1400. And so,
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Massacre Street from the prison. This is the way prisoners would be led through the street to go to the execution, market square. For the name. And so they try to make it a little more colorful and lively, have some decorations in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And a certain, it varies season to season. So this is what they have now. Now sometimes it could be other style of clothes, or sometimes it's going to be umbrellas or other things also. Very nice old street, and it's where the prisoners came through, because the buildings in front of us would have been the Palace of Justice. It still is, by the way. So we might see police cars come around, and some people on their way to see the judge. Still is the Palace of Justice, but it was built originally as the Parliament of Normandy. It's very old and also very beautiful building. You can see quite ornate, between late Gothic and early Renaissance in style. So you have the building starts here in front of us on the left, has this whole section. Then the middle part you will see its courtyard, and then you have the next part of the same building on the other side.
David, is this where the synagogue was underneath?
So yes, exactly. So this street where we are is called the street of the Jewish streets. Okay, and it says that here used to be a ghetto. There was an important Jewish quarter out here from the 1000s to the 1200s. You know, from William the Conqueror's time to when Normandy came back to the French kingdom. And amongst other things, one of the King of France actually decides to kick them out of the whole country and steal everything from them. And this whole area was going to be leveled down to the ground, so this new big palace was to be built. And part of it was destroyed in the war, but mostly the upper part. Except after they redid the roof part and some of the pointy Gothic pinnacles and everything, they started to excavate in the courtyard, in the middle part, probably in the 1970s, when they started to find some substructures. There were other buildings under the courtyard we didn't know of. It turned out to be a three-story structure, 3 stories, and they've been discussing about it ever since. Whether and so, but what it is that and watch the car coming behind us. Let's move to the side. They found some Hebrew inscriptions on several of the walls that were here under this square right here, and that's the area where you have the black line painted on the ground to show you the extent of the area, and whether it was a synagogue, which probably wasn't, because there was another synagogue on this side of the street, so probably not a second one just across the street here. I'm going to say this word wrong, yeshiva, the school, right? So this is what they think it really was, yeshiva, for a school, but yeah, they're still working on it, and historians and research being done, and it used to be open only on special days and rare occasions. The plan is to have it soon open to everybody as a museum. So not yet. So next time you come, it's down. So you have to. When I've been in there, you have to walk into the building there, and you go down some stairs, and you go to the underground part. But it's not open today, and it will be. It used to be here, but this whole area was leveled to the ground when the Jewish population was expelled. So nothing of this remains, unfortunately. Probably substructures under these buildings might be the remaining part of that for now.
When did that occur again?
So the Jewish population was expelled in 1200s. Yes.
Like before the Inquisition.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it was not the first time, of course, that it was happening. Was not going to be the last time either. Let's go back to the main street this way, please. Other side. To fake old, it's not even wood, it's a black slate to make a design like it was a half-timbered house. But it's all 20th century post-Second World War. Need to redo it maybe. Right around the corner on the right of the street, this is a very old building, and it would have been originally the city hall. Same as the clock had been built, it's because a lot of these cities trying to get independence away from the church. The church would used to control everything of everybody's daily life, and for a lot of people, they want to get some independence from them, and will create municipalities, will elect the mayor and everything. So that's why they're going to build their bell tower and clock tower separate from the bells of the church. That used to ring the time you have to get up, they have to pray, the time you have to go to work, you finish with work, and open the city gates or close the city gates and everything. So now it's going to be through the civil authorities. So yeah, same clock, but you see now it's pointing between 3 and 4, so it's the right time now. 3:30. But that would have been the city hall here until the French Revolution. Then the French Revolution moved the city hall to another bigger building, which used to be an abbey, a big monastery. You're not going to see that one, but it's on the other side.